Hi, Jeff Adelman here. The next thing we're going to talk about are depositions. Those dreaded depositions, oral questioning under oath, where anything is reasonably discoverable, and that means you can be asked about it. It's so important to tell the truth, but you shouldn't be completely uncomfortable with the process. Your personal injury litigation attorney should meet with you and prepare you for as long as it takes until you are comfortable with your case and are able to talk about your injuries and what happened in a competent manner. Telling the truth is the key here. It's better to say you don't know than saying no to an answer that you're not sure of. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through what I call Jeff's rules for depositions. The first thing we want to focus on is that depositions are not conversations. No small talk. Answer the question, and that's it. Nothing extra. You are not there to do the job for the defense attorney. You're there to answer his or her questions and leave. This is their only opportunity to speak with you. If they don't ask certain questions that you might think are important, you don't want to volunteer that information. You just answer what is asked. As the New Testament says, ask and you shall receive. Same applies to deposition questioning. I call the next one Larry's $100 rule. My father and founding partner of Adelman and Adelman used to always tell clients, every extra word you say costs you $100. That means you need to be short, sweet, and to the point with your answers. Remember, you don't need to fill the pauses with words. Just answer the question. In terms of the answers, if you don't know, there's nothing wrong with saying, I don't know. I don't recall. You could ask the attorney, do you have something that could refresh my memory? Also, you're allowed to have those under oath answers to interrogatories in front of you during the deposition, and you should. You should never guess the answers to the questions. You're better off saying you don't know. And if you don't understand a question, you want to make sure you tell the attorney, can you please rephrase that? Something that really bothers me are words like never and always in depositions. I always say never or always. There's that one time where maybe it wasn't absolute. Yes and no are perfectly acceptable. There's nothing wrong with saying, I would like to defer to the medical records if you can't remember dates or don't remember exactly what the doctor said. The records speak for themselves. It's really hard to argue with what's in your doctor's records. It doesn't go over well with the attorney if you do that. It certainly wouldn't go over well with the jury. If you need to take a break at any time during a deposition, all you have to do is ask. You can go to the bathroom. If you need to take a smoke break, go grab some water. That's perfectly acceptable. Also, your attorney will be with you as long as it takes to get this deposition done. So don't think that they are watching the clock. Remember, personal injury attorneys are working on a contingency fee. They only get paid if they settle the case for you. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is, let's say your attorney has prepared you. And let's say you felt great the day before and you wake up that morning and you feel awful. You're either sick or you just are having a lot of anxiety and you can't do it. You're not going to be at your best. Better to cancel the deposition than to move forward with you not being comfortable. Of course, we don't like to cancel depositions at the last minute, but it's that important. We want to make sure that you are at your best mentally to be able to answer the questions so that later on, when you are at trial, that you are not subject to impeachment, which means proving that you've said two different things at two different times under oath. Basically, trying to paint you as a liar. I don't want that for my clients ever, and no personal injury attorney ever does. If you have any questions about depositions, feel free to reach out to me anytime. My name is Jeff Edelman, and my number is 954-341-2777.